It's a very unique program that it does have academic value, but it also teaches social skills, emotional skills. The kids develop confidence. They learn how to problem solve. They learn how to make decisions, and they're learning skills that are going to be invaluable for them as an adult. And I can't think of any other program that does that. One of the things I loved about the program is that it was structured enough that you could follow lesson to lesson and it made sense. And the children were able to engage in heavy topics that they might not normally want to have a chance to talk about, but things that they might worry about. And this gave an open forum for the kids to be able to share ideas and concerns in a safe place. And I also liked the Manadoob program because the kids always had the option to keep things private until they were comfortable and they were ready to share things. And they weren't required to share, but the option was always out there. So again, it was just another tool as a teacher that was nice for me to have, because it allowed me to be able to give the kids the time they needed to develop trust and confidence in the group. The children were most concerned about cliques in school, being left out, being bullied, and they didn't really know how to address it, either because they would feel like a tattletale if they went to an adult, but they didn't have the skills to know how to address it on their own. And Manadoob allowed them to, we actually role-played and would practice how to address. One child in the group would be the bully and the other person would be the victim, and then we would switch roles so that they knew how it felt on both ends. And they would know how to address it when the situation came up again, and they were confident that they would be able to handle it well. To facilitate the program in a way that was most workable for the kids, they needed me to participate in the lessons as well. And so the questions are really questions that we ask ourselves as adults all the time, but we start learning how to answer those questions as a kid. So I was able to share with the kids the same questions, we could answer them, and they could see how it applied to adults as well. So they saw the value in learning these skills. I would love to teach Manadoob again because it is a program that is made for the child. We're not fitting a child around a program. I saw the children grow in a lot of ways, but one thing that one way they all grew is they all learned how to be assertive in a very appropriate way instead of being quiet and internalizing things. They learned how to speak up for themselves, and they knew when the time was to do that, and if they needed help, then they learned it was okay to ask for help as well, and also support from other students. The trust and interaction absolutely did grow. The program's wonderful because it starts out very slowly, and the kids, they're not on heavy topics right away, and the kids start to get comfortable. And it seemed like actually I couldn't get them to be quiet because they all had a lot to say about, because they all wanted to share. Towards the end, they were very comfortable sharing those types of emotional stories. I think they just felt a lot of support from their peers around them, and they knew it was a very safe place to be able to discuss those things. As an educator, I can say the training is wonderful. It's online, it's easy to use, it was extremely helpful. I think that this program would be valuable. It's valuable for every child, and I would have loved to have had this program as a kid myself, because there were, and I discovered as I was going through the Manadoob program, there were character skills that the kids were learning that I've struggled with as an adult. And to really keep that in the forefront of my mind actually helped me as an adult, and if I had had it when I was a kid, it would have helped me then, even earlier.